Hi everyone, it's DeLuSioNaL. I just wanted to give you guys an update on Vertical Arcade that I would say it's about 98% done. I just have to do a couple things with the coin door down there. I wanted to say first, good shout out to Espontaneo. He's on the Maximus Arcades forum. He actually had a similar arcade to this one. I asked him permission if he can send me his artwork, but it turned out his artwork wouldn't fit the dimensions I needed. It looked a little distorted, so I ended up just designing this one from scratch by myself, just based on his idea. So his looks very similar to that, but I just thought it was cool that it didn't have any lettering. It had the Space Invaders theme there, but at the same time I have the Galaxian green neon look there against the black, which I thought looks really awesome. So that's the entire cabinet. I repainted and refinished all the sides. I bonded it, sanded it, painted it. I used satin black. I figured satin actually was the best out of all of them for the finish that I wanted. It wasn't too shiny, it wasn't too dull with flat black, and it just was perfect. So satin oil-based paint is what I used so that it lasts pretty long. The Ultra Arcade that I had, the 4-player one that you'll see in my other videos, I actually use gloss black oil-based for that. It's Rust-Oleum, and it just has a great finish, and I love it. So there it is. I redid the coin door. You can see right here. It's actually a modified stern door. The original stern door looked like that. And what I did is I took the idea of putting buttons in. I had to actually drill through the metal in order to fit the buttons in. They're regular push buttons that you would see in any other game, except they're sold by Groovy Game Gear and they have the labels already. But I modified them. Normally they come in the vertical orientation, but I made this in the horizontal and I actually printed that graphic myself. Push for credit, 25 cents. So if you guys ever need that, just email me and I'll just send it to you. It's a Photoshop file that I created from scratch. So it's all, brand new font, so there's no distortion whatsoever. It looks really great. I still have to finish up the coin door. You'll see the reject button here is missing. I still got to polish that up. It's the same metal as that, which I polished. And then I just glued the coin return button. I just glued it in there. So there it is. So there's my arcade. It is 1 or 2 players. It's a 4-way joystick there. I got the joystick from Tornado Terry. TornadoTerrys.com, I believe it is, and it's an awesome joystick. It's like 20 bucks or less, or around there with shipping and everything. The buttons I got from GroovyGameGear.com. Those are ones that light up with the diffuser in there, so it's not, shining to the ceiling. I kind of goofed on this a little bit. I didn't realize that the rivet was going to cover it. If I had remembered that was going to happen, I would have moved it over a little bit, because I designed this control panel as well, which has the same theme as the top there. So, and then of course, I had the exit button to go into the front end, and then the pause by request. People wanted pause because they would always die when they're at parties and they have to go grab something, whatever. So, and player 1 and 2, that's actually embedded into the overlay that I designed. So I had to measure very carefully and line it up. And then you have the mini buttons here that, it came out really, really good. And I do it all the time. So even if you have nicks and stuff on the bottom of cabinets, the whole bottom of the cabinet here was all nicked up. Fixed it all with Bondo. The front had some nicks in it. Fixed it all with Bondo. It's just amazing what you can do. And the coin door, of course, I painted with, it's black hammered Rust-Oleum that I used on it. But I did scrape it down to the bare metal, just take all the paint off from the previous job, and I just restored it. So again, these buttons, like here's Donkey Kong, all you have to do is press them. It gives you credits. Either one. They're both set to input number 5 on MAME, so that it gives you the coins. And there it is. You just press player 1 or 2. Let's press 2. See, it'll say player 1 flashing. So you'll each take a turn to play. And it works really great. This machine, believe it or not, let's see, it has a 22-inch computer monitor as opposed to an arcade monitor, and it just looks really great with the tinted glass and looks very authentic. What's cool about this is I'm using Game Launcher. The reason I'm using Game Launcher is this is a DOS-based and Windows 98-based machine. I have a Pentium 2 in there that I got for free in Craigslist. Just hooked it up, had a 4 gig hard drive that was good enough to put the ROMs that I needed on there. I only put, you know, maybe 50 ROMs total on there. And you could have a screenshot. It's very simple. The game that you go to gives you a quick screenshot of it. If you want to go to Burger Time or something, you just go to it. You just hit the player 1 button, and it goes right into the game. The only complaint I have about it is this right here. There's no way to take that away since it's such an old version of MAME that works on DOS. It's MAME 036. So there's no way to get rid of that, but that's okay. It's my machine. I know it's MAME. It works great, and it says press any key. If you can read, you'll be fine. People who come over, they just press any key and they're good. This I got printed at MameMarquees.com, the overlay. And it came out pretty good too. And then of course the marquee came from MDK, and it looks great. So there it is. But the other surprise I had was originally I ordered the wrong size. It was my fault. So he was really gracious enough to give me another one and just said keep the other one. So luckily I ended up using it on my other machine. I ended up getting a machine after that, and I cut it. I had to cut it a little bit, and it's not perfect, but it's good enough for me. And this one's a little more modern because I want it to be a shoot 'em up. So I want this to have 2 players, and also I'm running Maximus Arcade. This is the Acidus. It's called Maximus Acidus is the theme. That's on the website there that I designed. So it's the green version. And great example, I'm running more advanced games. This one runs a lot faster. I'm running a AMD dual core with like 2 gigs of RAM on there and a 640 gig hard drive, so I can put tons of stuff on there. I plan to put pinball on here, you know, just a little more robust. This one is probably going to go to my aunt because she really wants me to. She saw this one right here, fell in love with it, so she wants me to build one for her. So here it is. So it's just going to have a lot more modern stuff because she wants the pinball game, which the other one won't run. And if you look at it, let me just try starting the game here. Yeah, it's true vertical. Looks really great. And then of course if you exit, let's see. This is, since it's Maximus, it runs PC games as well. Right through the front end, you can get out of that. You can go to the right or left, and there's MAME. So there it is. So if you want to run like Gyrus or something, it'll work fine. And there it is. So that's this machine here. I just have to build a control panel for it for 2 players. Shouldn't be too hard. I just snap it into place there, but everything should be almost done with that. But in the meantime, this one is just about done, except for those couple things on the control panel. So there it is. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions on how to do stuff or whatever, just let me know. Thanks.